Hello friends, my name is Taliaferro and I represent Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Today I will be reading When a Drip Dropped by Debbie Taborn. Illustrations by Floyd Ryan Yaman Yin. For my great-grandfather, Frederico Lopez Gonzalez, remember to turn off the water. Freddie jumped out of bed. He ran to the bathroom to wash his face and brush his teeth. Freddie was so excited. Today was the big day for Reptile Mania to visit his school. Freddie was running around his room looking for shoes, grabbing his pencils and stuffing his book bag, running, leaping, and spinning. Reptile Mania was the best assembly the entire school year. The trainers brought all sorts of fun creatures. The reptiles performed tricks and students could see and touch them. Freddie ran down the stairs and slammed his front door on his way out. He ran towards the school and never looked back. He did not remember that he left the water dripping in the bathroom. The funny thing about drips, they like to stay together. First one drip, then another, then another. They start slowly, then gather faster, faster, and faster. Drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop, drip, drop. The children were clapping and cheering out loud. It was a wonderful day for the whole screaming crowd. Scaly iguanas and brown lizards too. Hard-shelled turtles and a crocodile named Lou. A lizard held tightly with each sliding move on top of a wire so slowly and smooth. It was time to take Tiny out of his home. But two grown-ups could not lift Tiny alone. The big anaconda was still in its cage. Soon, they would ask kids onto the stage. Freddie was having so much fun at school, he had forgotten all about home. Meanwhile, at Freddie's house, the people from Reptile Mania tried to be fair. They looked at the children with their hands in the air. They picked a girl and then picked a boy. The children would squeal with excitement and joy. Kids ran up to the stage as fast as could be. Freddie whispered softly, "Oh please, pick me." 2 more helpers and they would be through. We'll take that girl, and how about you? Freddie went onto the stage and helped the children lift a giant anaconda out of its cage. The other children shouted and clapped for him. He was very nervous, but he kept smiling. Meanwhile, something had gone very, very wrong. Finally, the people from Reptile Mania packed up all the animals and left the school. It was time to go home. The students sat quietly, waiting for the dismissal bell. The bell rang and the students prepared to go home. The principal slowly opened the tall doors on the front of the school, and the principal tried to scream, but no words came out. The children all gasped. Some teachers started to faint. Freddie could see the water coming from his house. Suddenly he remembered the morning he had not turned the water all the way off. Freddy had to fix the problem. He thought carefully. He remembered something he had seen that day. He thought about some of the animals and their tricks. Freddy thought about the little lizard he saw on the wire. He had an idea that just might work. Freddy climbed up the city flag, posts like a clever little lizard. He slowly crawled onto the ropes. He held on tightly and began to move. Inch by inch, he slowly glided smoothly on the rope. Little by little, he was almost home. At last, he made it. He was finally there. The steps were all wet, but he didn't care. Water was squishing in his shoes and his toes, over the stairs and onto his clothes. That didn't stop Freddy or slow him down. He knew what to do to save his hometown. He turned off the water as quick as he could, then took a deep breath like any boy should. The water kept going out of the door. It rolled to a river and was seen no more. It took all his courage not to just cry, but at last the town was finally dry. Later at the dinner table, Freddy was going to tell his family about reptile mania. Before he could begin, his papa said, "Did you hear about the giant water wave today? I wonder where it came from." Suddenly, Freddy's cheeks were very warm. He drank a sip of water. Maybe, he thought, I'll tell my story tomorrow. From that day in September, he would always remember, no matter the hurry or any fun day, please turn off the faucet all of the way. The